So what's your message to the SEC chair as you sit here in the UAE and in Dubai announcing an expansion of your business to this region, given the state of regulation in the United States right now?
Who? No, I'm kidding. All right, so look, we were talking about this a little bit earlier. I find it as a company that started in the United States and as someone who's a U.S. citizen, it's sad. Like, I have sadness about this. The U.S. is getting past not just a little bit, but by a lot. And but the tough thing about this is you have a country that I think has put politics ahead of policy. And that's not a good decision if you're trying to invest in the economy. You're seeing, certainly here in the UAE with VARA, the Virtual Asset Regulatory Authority, certainly what's happened recently in Europe with MiCA. The United States is definitely stuck. And Ripple, the case with the SEC, we will spend, the first time I've shared this publicly, by the time it's said and done, we will have spent $200 million defending ourselves against a lawsuit, which from its very beginning, people were like, this doesn't make a lot of sense. You have video footage of the chair of the SEC as a professor at MIT saying 75% of these digital assets are commodities. And now he says they're all securities because he's the head of the SEC and he's seeking power and he's putting power ahead of sound policy to grow an economy in the United States. Blockchain technologies are being invested in and pursued in the entrepreneurship outside the United States. And one of the first pieces of advice I give entrepreneurs when they come and ask me, hey, I'm getting something started, I'll say, if I were you, I would not start in the United States. And I think there's a lot of US-based companies and even US public companies that would agree with that.
Going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leverage to technology, and I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread it all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the books Cryptoteacher and the New World Order book. Remember, the New World Order book shows you how the world really works, and it is definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep, especially in the times that we're in right now. Now, guys, I told you in 2023 in the first quarter, we would get an event, and now we have the banking collapse, which the master magicians pulled off the perfect distraction. And at the end of the third quarter, going into the fourth quarter, guys, we're going to have another main event. Now, of course, the markets will still pump and dump until we get that next crisis. Guys, we know they're going to pull that rug. And all we have to do is watch the Fed to know exactly when that's about to happen. And also, guys, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 Kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, much love to those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon. Much love. Keep it coming. Guys, if you're not a part of the Patreon, make sure you're donating to the channel through the actual Cash App. We all know this channel is shadow banned. Now, guys, in my Patreon, I keep you up to date with the New World Order events. And then also I give you the New World Order cryptos. But of course, you have to do your own research. But guys, this next Bitcoin and crypto bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure you have the cryptos that have real utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And right now, guys, we have Bitcoin and cryptos taking a good pullback. Right now, stocks are flat. But guys, we have the banking crisis and we have the debt ceiling. So we know the movie continues, and I'll get into that later. And we had Binance halts Bitcoin withdrawals twice. And CZ stated it was because of volume and it was raising the transaction fees. And guys, we know who controls that. That's right, the whales. And we know a lot of retail investors came in chasing Pepe coin. And we know those last in are always left holding the bag. Now, guys, don't forget to pay attention to the actual indicators. We have yield rates, which are rising. Of course, we had the 10-year probably at about a 3.38, and now it's at 3.5. So they are moving up, and of course, that's hurting the markets. We have the dollar slightly down, and we see gold is still looking good. We have volume right now, and crypto is still low. And then, of course, guys, we have Tether, USDC, and then we have the Fed. Repo at $2.2 trillion on Friday, and we know that central banks are raising rates, running off the balance sheet, so therefore they can destroy this legacy market, and the fourth industrial revolution can rise. And guys, I'm going to bring you a second video on the debt ceiling. Of course, we had Janet Yellen saying that we're near a crisis. And we know on January 19th, she stated that the United States was broke. But I'm not worried about this debt ceiling this year. I'm worried about the one next year, because we know they're going to be stepping up this digital transformation. And with the debt ceiling drama this year, guys, we know they're always pushing fear. And we know with the senior citizens, only thing they hear is Social Security and Medicare. And guys, we know they definitely don't want social unrest. Remember, they're trying to get to the fourth industrial revolution and bring in the NWO's solution. Remember, they create the problem, wait for the reaction, and run in with the solution. And yes, will Social Security and Medicare go away soon? Yes, it will. It's going to be a few years from now, but it's definitely going to go away. And what's going to replace it? Universal basic income, that free money program. But little do the people know, eventually they'll be able to tell you what, where, and when and how to buy, and you have 3 to 6 months to spend it, or poof, it's gone. Remember, it's man versus machine over these next few years. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now, guys, don't forget about Grayscale sending about $25.2 billion. But getting over into a little crypto news. And guys, we know the mainstream media has been pushing AI. We have Sam Altman coming out with the World app running on Polygon. And then, of course, we know WorldCoin is coming behind that later this year, and that's on Ethereum's ecosystem. So in the World app, guys, you'll be managing your cryptocurrency, and then, of course, it's going to have your World ID, that digital identity. And I did a video on Sam Altman last week, guys. Make sure you check it out. We know the NWO puppets. Now, guys, we have Liechtenstein will reportedly plan to add Bitcoin as payment option for government services. And we know the country's population is very low. But guys, again, I don't care what country you go to, they all have a digital transformation plan going on. And lastly, guys, speaking of the digital transformation, the fourth industrial revolution, and where is it being built first? That's right, guys, the emerging markets. We have Brad Garlinghouse at the Dubai FinTech Summit. Says that they spent over $200 million fighting the SEC. But guys, we know this was all a movie in order to kick the regulation can down the road. We know the United States is behind on purpose. The only thing you have to do is go check out my Society 5.0 videos. We took the Japan leaders to America, San Francisco, to plan out the fourth industrial revolution, the robots, algorithms, and drones. And the guy says it out his own mouth. And then we had Jay Clayton in the FDIC meeting, who brought about this Ripple SEC case in the first place. He's in the meeting with the FDIC when they stated that they've been preparing for the banking crisis for 10 years. And they wanted the banking failures to fail on Friday. And guys, that's what we've seen. So when you understand the fourth industrial revolution, if you are a crypto project, you want to be overseas. You don't want to be in America. Why? Because America, the Babylon, is falling on purpose. The American dollar is falling on purpose. And the only way crypto can rise if the United States reserve currency falls. And you know, I give you the truth, nothing but the truth. Yes, the truth hurts, but it sets you free. Yes, it sounds like a movie, but remember, guys, your life is an illusion and TV is your reality. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, because he knows when it comes to the New World Order, it's all planned out. But guys, all I have for you, don't forget about the books, Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get home stocks, the Seaver, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York. Long COVID Stories 3. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.